I have a question for you. Simple question, very simple question. Are you a small business owner or are you an employee? And those of you who do have small businesses are probably making the statement, I am a business owner, very proudly, I'm sure. But my contention is that a good majority of small business owners are not business owners. They are actually employees. And let me explain to you what I mean. An employee is someone that is required, their presence is required in the daily operations of that business in order for that business to succeed. If an employee is not there, then a critical area of the business falls short. Uh, in some way, that business will stagnate. In some way, that business will not be successful. Another key ingredient to being an employee is that if you don't get up in the morning and go to work and punch in, then you are not going to receive a paycheck. That's what an employee is. A business owner, on the other hand, should not be involved with the day-to-day operations of the business, not in any massive way. A business owner should kind of be able to take a hands-off approach. And if you are someone that's saying, yeah, I'm a business owner, and your involvement is required in the day-to-day operations of your business, then guess what? You're not a business owner, you are an employee. The purpose of being a business owner, at least my purpose, now I know different people start businesses for different reasons. My purpose for being a business owner is to have financial independence and also to have independence and freedom of my time. Those two things are really, really important to me. And to me, time and money are kind of the same thing. So my goal as a business owner is, yeah, I need to be involved with the operations of my business, but only to a certain extent. If that business requires for me to be there every single day, then it is a job for me. It's not a standalone enterprise. So when I require my involvement, I limit my business significantly. My business is limited only to what I am capable of doing and have the time to do. So if you're doing this, then your business is going to continue to be a small business forever. It's not going to be able to grow substantially. So how do you move beyond being a business owner that's actually an employee that thinks they're a business owner? How do you move beyond that to just really just being purely a business owner? One way is to take steps to remove yourself from your day-to-day process, your day-to-day routine. This is going to be probably one of the hardest things that you will ever do, because many of us that start small businesses, a lot of times they're one-man operations to the family business. It's so ingrained in who they are, and you've poured so much of yourself into it that it's difficult for you to just really step away and separate yourself from the business. But if you want it to succeed, you really have to start finding ways to do that. It's going to be really hard, but it'll be a big relief because your mind is not focused on all of these little tasks that somebody else can take care of. Your mind can be focused more on the strategic operations of your company, or hopefully focused on spending time with your family and doing whatever it is that you want to do with your time once you've achieved that type of independence. So separate yourself away from the business as much as you can. The way that you do this is by taking a very vigorous approach, a rigorous approach to having the best processes that you can have, employing the best people that you can have, and using technology where it is most effective. Now, it starts with the processes. You never underestimate the process. If there's something that you are doing on a routine basis, I know it probably feels like you are the only person that can do it best, but let go. Write down your process, create a manual that documents what it is that you do, why you do it, how it is that you do it. Grab a screencast software that allows you to record your screen on your computer and talk at the same time, but get that process out of your head. That way you can give it to someone else to take over. Another thing that you can do once you've got the process out of your head is to go ahead and employ the right people. Get the right people in the right places. Let them take over the processes. And then one of the good things about doing it this way is that because you have been ingrained with the process and you understand the process, you created it. When you are interviewing people, when you talk to people, and even when you're managing people, you understand what it takes to get the job done. And you also understand when they're not getting the job done because you're close enough to that process to see it. And then technology also plays a really, really important important part. At my web design company, one of the most important things to me, looking forward towards the future, was to make sure that our web design service was scalable, and which is something that's really, really difficult to do when you have a service-based business. How can you have a service-based business that requires sort of this one-on-one interaction, but make it scalable at the same time? And what we did was use a lot of technology to make it so. We have an infrastructure that can support thousands of websites. You know, whether I have one website or whether I have thousands of websites, I've taken the best of the knowledge that's out there and put a lot of effort upfront into developing an infrastructure that can support all of them. It's completely scalable, and adding and maintaining one is just as efficient and just as economical as adding 1,000. So make sure that you take your technology and automate as much as your process as possible, and always think about scalability. So those are my suggestions for moving yourself beyond being just being a hybrid between an employee and a business owner.